Yo, what's up? Welcome back to episode 35 of the Raw Pod. As you can tell by my voice, I'm a little under the weather. My immune system is weak. I don't be taking care of my body and eating right like I should, so my immune system is weak as fuck. And this Texas weather change always whoops my ass. So I'm a little under the weather, but I noticed when I was uploading the upload schedule, it was like, my recent uploads, it was like every 2 days. And I had a little pattern going. I broke it, so I want to be more consistent. As y'all can see, I got the merch on, the Raw Pod merch. The basic shirt. So I gotta, like I said, now I gotta start filling out more orders. So appreciate the people who've asked for it. If you want it, you gotta keep. Because like I said, the later you ask, the longer it's gonna be before you get one. But it's free, so And I'll be paying for these Chinese, freaking off-brand merchandise, and y'all be getting it 10 weeks late, and y'all still be okay. So y'all gonna get a free shirt a little later. But also, I want to come here, and then this is the first time I'm saying this publicly. So if you see it and you live in the area, so just spread the word. But of course, I'll be posting it. But I'm gonna be doing what I'm calling podcast pop-ups, which is simple. It's not. I'm not the first one to create this idea, but I'm gonna go set up at the town center. Just folding chair tables and take their equipment, and I'm gonna have just people, random people, if they want to, can come up and speak their mind. And yeah, record record episodes like that. So I spread the word on that. Sorry, I got a little sidetracked. But today, first of all, May the 4th be with all you watching. Appreciate it. I love Star Wars. It's my favorite, probably franchise ever, like just fictional franchise ever. I love Star Wars. That was not a part. That wasn't a part of it. I was just saying May the 4th. But also today is the day they're hosting the Met Gala. And if you don't know you probably heard about the Met Gala and you don't know what it is, a fundraiser for the Metropolitan Museum of Art in Manhattan. And it's like you said, the celebrities. It's supposed to be like a fashion event that I think it's the most prestigious fashion event in the world. And like if celebrities come show off their style with whatever, and like I said, I don't care, but I'm saying my thing is, why does anybody give a fuck about the Met Gala right now? I mean, you have everybody in America says, especially post-COVID, economic issues. So why is a celebrity ball, all those people who are much more well off than the average person? I just don't understand why anybody would care right now. And a lot of people, they get very political. They want to boycott Target. They want to boycott this and that because they, I guess they're supported Trump. Jeff Bezos is sponsoring this year's Met Gala. Not only did he help, he donated to Trump. Trump's campaign. I mean, the dude was at Trump's inauguration along with the other billionaires. Sorry guys. Also, when I get sick, I hope I don't gross anybody out. But when I get sick, I spit a lot. So, but I'm just like, with all that's going on, it just doesn't make sense for people to care. Because I feel like even now, I feel like the kind of illusion of celebrity life is kind of fading. But now I see the guest list, and Beyonce knows Carter. And this, I said this another video, but this is what I mean about black celebrities. You can't trust them. They're just gonna do what benefits them. She definitely got paid a lot of money to be there. They all do. They say it's just invitations, but some celebrities, Beyonce doesn't need to go to the Met Gala. Some celebrities, they need to go to the Met Gala so they can get more publicity. Beyonce and Jay-Z, he was there, of course. They surpassed that. Meryl Streep, Meryl Streep is the greatest actress of all time, and she declined to go. Well, and I guess she usually doesn't go, but Devil Wears Prada 2, which is a movie about the fashion industry, comes out. I think it came out or is coming out this weekend or came out last. And so you think she'd be at the Met Gala, the biggest fashion event in the world. So how can the greatest actress of all time decline to go? But someone like Beyonce or Jay-Z, who is supposed to be the greatest rapper and one of the greatest, pop artists of all time, why can't they decide? Why can't they decline to go? Because they just care about their money and their self-image. They don't down with the cause. They don't you can't trust that's why you gotta just be so removed. Most of them, they just they might speak out, they might throw around some money, but they don't really care. How can any of them just go openly support Jeff Bezos, knowing what he's doing? And then Jeff Bezos also he bought the Washington Post, which is one of the biggest journals in in the world, in America, I mean, Jeff Bezos just gets richer and richer every year. He doesn't not like. I don't think there's since he's been on. There's been 1 year where he hasn't gotten billions of dollars richer every year. And at this point, it's probably every minute he's getting billions of dollars richer. But then the Washington Journal, um, cut thousands of jobs, hundreds of jobs, cutting like layoffs for what? Like that's what. But then he sponsored $10 million for it is. It's either 10 or 25 million. I think it's $10 million for this event. But his companies are laying. Amazon has numerous layoffs in the warehouses across the world. Like, how can the owner of a company? Also, he just bought a $300 million yacht, and this is shit I'm talking about. Like, this system is not right. This isn't right. Jeff Bezos, like, oh, he started Amazon in a garage back when he was a blah 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 blah. Amazon would not be where it's at without all those people who don't care, even if they don't even care about it. Of course, they're just doing it for a paycheck, the little paycheck they get. Those people working in the warehouse are more important, and that's why they want to replace those people with robots. Because those people are then you just cut costs across. You cut the most cost because the labor is the most important. Without the warehouse, like without the delivery drivers getting your package there like that. I mean, my mom, I don't use Amazon. My mom does. She has an account. Which, I mean, I'm not gonna hate on the average person using them. It's so big you can't not use Amazon, but you can choose not to go to the Met Gala. But anyway, my mom orders. She says she orders something off of Amazon, and like, guys, the way I was raised like my family is now, it's kind of like just 9 days. So I'm not. Sometimes I get kind of thrown off by like nice or just newer technology, newer stuff like that. But she'll order me something. She's gonna order me something, as a gift or something. And it gets there like within, I guess that's normal now, but it gets there like within the next 48 hours. Like, that stuff, without humans, that's not possible. Robots, if they successfully manage to cut all human jobs and replace with AI and robots, dude, everybody is going to be complaining bad. Like, people always complain at self-checkout Walmart and stuff when they got to do simple shit like even like 15 items left, scan your own groceries. They complain about that shit. And then the machine will it does cause issues, or sometimes like you can't even remove an item from a self checkout without the employee coming and scanning their thing or whatever. Imagine like that. Just the AI has to freaking process and do all. Imagine that over. The lines are gonna be longer. Walmart lines, I feel like, or at least in my area, and every Walmart damn near I've been to, the lines are long when there's not a lot of cashiers, not a lot of human cashiers. When it's just self-checkout, the lines go slow. Because human cashiers, I mean, they're trained to go fast. And, like, you have to have humans. So it's not, that Walmart stuff tells you specifically, the humans are just as important. And if an owner of a company can afford to have a $300 million yacht, there's no way he should be able to buy a company and to start slashing jobs. Like, this system is fucked up. Like, I don't even know if Jeff Bezos doesn't even have his thing is in journalism. Like, so he just bought it for extra money, and he wants, of course, to control the media, which people always complain, and they always say, oh, the Jews the Jews this. Well, this is a white dude doing it, like, controlling them and cutting jobs, which, of course, every race does it. It's not a race thing, it's a capitalism thing. Like, the system is broken. But all these celebrities, though, his wife is there. Beyonce's gonna be in there taking pictures with his wife. They don't care about the average person. I used to be really, I've said this before, but tied into celebrity culture. They don't, and it's not. I'm not just tired because they don't care. Like, I don't expect them to care, but I just grew up out of it. Like, of course, like I said, I want this podcast to be something, but I just don't. No, it's just, I wouldn't, like, of course, this is me saying, I'm never gonna get invited to the Met Gala, but if I did, I seriously just wouldn't go. Like, I just don't, that's how they don't, if they truly cared, they wouldn't go. But they want to go because they want to be surrounded by their rich elite, they friends. They want to just being seen in the celebrity world is much more important than whatever you're doing with. And it wasn't always like this. Like, back in the 60s and stuff, which I guess you could say they couldn't afford to. But, like, you think about Muhammad Ali. He he went to prison for dodging the Vietnam War. You have Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, it's like just Bill Russell, just a lot of celebrities, Marvin Gaye, they were all like black celebrities. Maya Angelou, like they were social. Being conscious was even like Tupac, like being socially conscious was used to be a requirement of. And I'm saying black celebrities, but it would because that's just in the nature because that's where we were at. But like you see, but that's my point. When they get rich, black, white, it doesn't matter. All that matters is if you're a high class or a low class. And as a person, like, why do you care about the high class and they don't care about you? It's just a one-sided love. And of course, they're famous and they got fans. And someone who wants fans on this podcast, I really shouldn't be saying this, but I'm gonna be one who actually cares. That's like some celebrities, they speak out and they fight, and I applaud them. Like it's not, I'm not saying just because they're now when if the time comes and there's like a real class war, they're gonna have to choose a side whether they're gonna use their assets to help us or use it like I said. If I'm in that position, I'm using my assets to help the proteller. I'm not gonna be able to pronounce that. I'm gonna put that on screen, but I'm not gonna be able to pronounce that word. but but yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I just don't understand people who can care about the Met Gala, like especially with everything's going on nowadays. Like, but switch on to the next subject I want to talk about is so y'all might have heard or y'all might have not heard the rapper Boston Richie. First of all, I'm gonna say this. He groomed his girl. He was with this girl since he was 16 or 17 years old, and he was like in his 20s. He groomed her. So and she exposed I guess he dissed her in a song or something, and she exposed him for he was like taking it like he was getting pegged. She was in his booty hole and stuff like that. And as a man, I just wonder like if you know a female has that amount of information on you, why would you? I just don't. I would not poke the bear. That's why I'm very like in general. I'm always a kind of selective, kind of iffy about what I kind of open up to a woman about because I know when they get scorned, there's really nothing like they're going to try to humiliate you. Even if they have nothing else, they'll kamikaze themselves. So they'll say something embarrassing about you that might also embarrass them. But this kind of I guess it's not embarrassing because she was groomed. But I mean, yeah, she was on his butt. Like I don't understand it. I would never. Like that's one. If I break up with a girl, I just don't like. I don't want to argue with her because, like I said, you have to open up to your significant other, and like that's just and also I wouldn't ever, like for that simple reason I wouldn't ever use that. And even if they did it to me, I just couldn't. I'd have it on myself not to expose them. But that's besides the point. But what my issue is people are blaming. Well, first of all, this is worse than the situation versus Megan Clay Thompson because at the very least, there's no abuse besides I guess emotional or mental you can say, but no like physical abuse. Now Tati, she has physical marks. There's physical abuse. And of course she was groomed. She was a child and people make she wanted the money. She was a little girl, like a 16-year-old girl. This is any rapper can pull any 16-year-old girl. I mean, she's of course in a prime. She's a fan. She's gonna be fanned out, and then this higher lifestyle she's gonna be exposed to as a girl. Like I don't understand people who can blame her. Oh, she was going along with it. She was groomed. And people always talk about like I guess third wave feminism is called feminism, whatever. They always talk shit about it, but that's why, like, some of the shit, if you just listen to what they say, like, they say people kind of, some men, like, they make it to where we promote a rape culture. That shit, if y'all say shit like that, you blame the victim, saying she was going along with it for the money or blah, 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 or she was okay with it for the money. That's creating a rape culture that they're talking about. They're right about that. Like, some men, I'm not going to say men in general, but some men, yes, they create a rape culture. Like, that's what it is. Like, you're blaming a child for getting groomed and then doing sick, depraved acts. He was... he had her role playing a man like in that scary movie with the Wayans and Regina Hall. Like what Brenda Hall, like since I did last time, I want to see if I can find some tweets. Of course, I'm gonna show you proof of what I'm talking about when you say you want to create a rape culture. Now this woman brings up a good point. She said if you talk about Boston Richie, I don't know why I said like that. Boston Richie. If you talk about how he was laid up with a minor 2 years ago, they would they would be on your ass about it, telling you you're old, you need to mind your business, and that's true. Now this is the crazy part. Her mom was on there defending the relationship. Like this is a victim. She's a victim all the way around. This is where it really starts. This is what I should have been focused on. Her mom. A lot of women be pimping out their daughters to a better lifestyle because the money was going back. Like they care more about money and that lifestyle over their daughter's safety. And now look at her daughter's been abused, going through this sick shit. It's gonna have lifelong impacts on her. This is straight from the mom. Y'all don't know. Y'all know absolutely nothing about me, and damn sure don't know shit about my daughter. And I damn sure ain't clearing shit up. She says, "Why are y'all so pressed?" Cause your daughter. She's asking why are people pressed about her daughter dating a minor? Like this capitalism is a mind disease. And she's, you want to reach out to the mother of a famous model, like she. That's what I'm talking about. Of a famous model, that's what she wanted. She wants to be the mother of a famous model. It wasn't good enough for her to be just mother of an average, 16-year-old beautiful girl. She had to be a model so she could get access to a better lifestyle. Her mom's probably a burnt out hoe herself. I mean, probably her mom is a burnt out hoe. So of course, she wants to get back to where she was, how she used to get tricked out in her younger days. And see, I did say she was kind of embarrassing herself at the start, but I wasn't. I shouldn't have said that. That's what I mean by creating. This is a woman, mind you. Ew, mind you, that was kind of sassy. Toddy embarrassing herself. I'm not finna be fucking no one in the ass and getting by as being cheated on with her. She was groomed. She was groomed. Like, I just can't. You are blaming a little girl for getting groomed. Like, this stuff pisses me off because I have sisters around the same age as this lady. So this stuff really hurts, like, angers me. This isn't just performative. This shit angers me when this is another woman blaming a young woman for getting groomed. Like, oh my, that's why look, more women blaming this girl. You thought this shit was cute when the Chanel's bags was coming in. Heal yourself and fix your mental, hoe. So it wasn't. So I earlier, I want to apologize to all men. Feminists weren't wrong. Are right about it. Y'all create, but they're wrong about one thing. They don't attack women enough for creating a rape culture. A lot of women be acting this shit on. There's a lot of families be having like some creepy uncle, creepy relative, creepy cousin or some shit. And the women, they don't. It be someone's like husband or brother or something, and he be preying on the little girls in the family. They don't do nothing about it. And then you have women, like older women should be having at least a little sister kind of feeling. Just how I have a little. I don't know this lady, but I'm looking at it. I have empathy for her because she's around my little sister's age. So this is like this. I don't understand how women can't have sympathy for a victim. A lot of women are victims of themselves of some type of pushiness, like some type of sexual unwantedness. I cannot believe how many I'm actually finding slandering her. Pick and choose. Everybody forgets she was putting love spells and blaster. It was. See, like, and then this. So I'm not gonna read all this, but cause like this stuff kind of makes me feel disgusting even saying this out of my mouth. But she blaming like I'm just gonna. This is probably the last one I see blaming her because, like I said, this really does piss me off. But she was a little girl, so she was doing stuff because she was a little girl. Like she was doing little girl stuff. That's what little girls do. Now she's not a little girl. I'm 25, so I'm not that much older than her. But I'm just saying, like, she was a child, legally a child under the age 18. That's what. Well, not even that. She might have been a young woman doing it, but still, she was a young woman. Like, of course, and groomed, a victim. So of course she does shit like this. This is just what the type of man people are, choosing to attack the victim on. It's something. Meet me at the one hotel for what? We can. For what? We can, yeah. I'm 15. I can. I'm gonna send you fingers on let you just look. Please, he responded to a 15-year-old. Please, I need you. And then look, there's someone in the comments. If a 15-year-old knew better than that, that means Tatiana should have known better. That's like, this is evil. Like, this bird 480 brings up this 480 brings up a good point. She had to lead with how she did all the freaky stuff with him because that's what really got everybody talking about it. A lot of people, probably me included, wouldn't be really discussing it if we weren't talking about the freaky stuff. I mean, so she has a point. And then actually, I'll end up with one more because again, this birthday girl dunk contest makes a good point. She says David is currently going through a trial for murdering a little girl he groomed. He was molesting, yeah. And then people are making jokes and blaming Tatiana for this. Like it's and people don't. It's a comment in the entertainment. I was just talking about how the entertainment industry, don't care about this, but they do love to groom and abuse the average, citizen. So that's when it's just some they pick and choose when some celebrities get accused or exposed for doing nasty evil shit. So sometimes they're okay with it, or they make jokes about it, or they treat it so much more less serious, so much less serious than they treat some other ones. They treat them infinitely more seriously. But it always needs to be taken serious. Like this shit is deep. Yeah. With that, like I said, guys, get at me for merch. And also podcast pops ups. Like I said, I'm gonna be going to the town center. Hopefully starting this Saturday. If it's not raining or anything, like I said, this weather. If it's not too hot, because I don't want to fry my computer or none of my technology, and I don't want people, if too hot, people aren't gonna want to sit down. And if I don't feel better, like I should, I don't think I'm too sick, but yeah, I should. I've been taking medicine, and I'm feeling better from where I was, so that's a good sign. But guys, until next time.